What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya had this to say in regards to Canelo Alvarez, and this is what the man had to say. He says, please, this guy does everything wrong. Head up when he throws hooks, on his heels, flat-footed, what else? Oh, he avoids twin Charlo. Wow. Now, let me counterpunch people. A lot of times, this is not new news, but this is new news to the channel because I'm just getting around to counterpunch it, right? And I'm looking at old pastime conversations about supposed negotiations between Jermall Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, right? And if you guys can remember, I think it was last year, early last year, where Oscar De La Hoya was saying that he sent a contract to Team Charlo. You guys remember that? He was saying he sent, I think it was like $5 million, $6 million. I think it was either 5 or 6. And he claimed he sent that contract to Twin Charlo, and then Twin Charlo said he never received it. Now, here's the thing. It's amazing how people fall out and shit starts coming to the surface once people are no longer in cahoots or no longer cordial, okay? We can already see Oscar De La Hoya and his newfound disdain for Canelo Alvarez after they decided to part ways as business partners. And I think a lot had to do with the fact that Canelo Alvarez, I think it was Ben Singer, okay? He was on that, he was doing an interview with him, and that cracked the internet wide open. And a lot of people started talking and understanding what Canelo was talking about, and he finally gave his side, and I think that left Oscar De La Hoya kind of salty, okay? I think it left him really salty, because what else could you do at the point? What else could you take from that? Because he went from, I've sent Jermall Charlo contracts and we never heard anything, right? Now it's like, oh yeah, he's scared of twin Charlo, okay? But you claimed you signed the contract. So either Oscar De La Hoya was lying that he even sent a contract, or he's hating on Canelo. I know he's hating from saying this guy throws, heads up when he throws hooks, and then on his heels and flat-footed. I'm like, okay, you're either on your heels or you're flat-footed. That's a, contradiction right now, and what else? Oscar was simply hating. I think Oscar is bitter, like Eddie Hearn is bitter, by the Joshua Fury fight falling through, but I think it's a new found bitterness with Oscar, because Oscar, I think that interview affected Oscar, but what the future business venues or plans for Canelo Alvarez does not concern him, and it concerns his rival promoter, Eddie Hearn. And I think that had a lot to do with it as well. Him saying these things about Canelo Alvarez on top of the things that he's never said. That's the key thing. Saying what this guy does wrong, he leads, but I mean, he would never say that he was with him. So yes, this is definitely biased. Oscar De La Hoya is hating on the front of this. Most of this particular comment, and he avoids twin Charlo. Okay, based on what? That's what I want to know. What are you basing that on? Because you told everybody that you sent this man a contract. And when I say this man, I mean Jermall Charlo a contract, but he never received it. So it's like, maybe, I think when people get angry, they start to expose themselves. And I think this is no different. I think Oscar De La Hoya either lied and said he signed the contract on the behalf of Canelo because Canelo was still with him, was still riding with him at that point, and he really didn't have to fight Jermall Charlo, or he was lying the whole time and said that he did something that he didn't do. Counterpunch. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about this. Oscar De La Hoya is hating on his fighter because his fighter's with another rival promoter. and it's burning him up. Because why else would he say anything like this? Come on, please. This guy does everything wrong. His head's up when he throws hooks, on his heels, flat-footed. He avoids twin Charlo. See, I think now Oscar De La Hoya is hoping and wishing that fight would happen, because he was the same irony. He was the same silly son of a bitch that was keeping Canelo Alvarez fighting a lot of guys that nobody really wanted to see, because he was El Golden Boy at the time. So, Oscar knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. Okay. But hating on Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez left you, I think that's a bit much. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oscar De La Hoya blasting Canelo Alvarez. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.